The world watched, with eyes wide open and cut like a notch. We stood frozen in disbelief as the light faded fast, leaving shadows beneath. When evil entered, the truth was revealed. A painting of anguish, a wound no more healed. The cries of the innocent, the echo so strong in a symphony of silence. Like an echo, a firm hold watch, which united our hearts, they can never be matched. For every injustice, the chords will rise. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? In a moment of fury, the line was crossed. Humanity's battle, at what cost? The children of tomorrow bearing the scars, while hope waits through fields of broken stars. Now every glance feels like a crime, as we stand together, just biding our time. The pendulum swings and the darkness sprawls. It's a game of power and we feel so small. Now every cloud made and withdrawals. It's a game of power and the echo of hope. We learn to survive. But within the darkness, a spark can ignite. Souls intertwined, ready to fight. With love as our armor, we'll rise again. In the face of despair, we'll break through the pain. When evil entered, the truth was revealed. Yet from ashes of anguish, redemption is sealed. Together we're mighty, together we thrive. In the echo of hope, we learn to survive. When did we go wrong? But united in our hearts, they can never be botched. For every injustice, the chorus will arise, where the voices of change will reach for the skies.
In today's video, we delve into the intricate web of psychological strategies evident in the Summer Wells and the Sebastian Rogers case. As we analyze the unfolding events, I invite the viewer, you, to consider the parallels between these situations and the broader implications they may hold. Join me as we explore the possibility that these cases are not just isolated incidents, but part of a larger narrative that could be influencing their outcomes. Stay tuned as I give you something to think about in these two high-profile cases. Let's begin.
So let's perform one more investigation into an experiment that shows how powerful this is. I want to introduce you to this guy here. His name is Dr. Solomon Asch. So the experimenter shows them with two pieces of paper, holds them up, puts them on the table there, and one of them had a line drawn down the middle on it. Other sheet had 3 lines on it, just A, B, and C, and the students were simply just asked to determine which of the 3 lines was equal in length to the line on the other page, which only had 1 line on it. So 9 out of 10 of the students at the table were actors in the experiment, and only 1 person in the room was the actual participant. The actor students, obviously, would deliberately choose the incorrect line on the right. And Dr. Asch was just curious if the student would conform to the answers given by all the other people. So guess what? They sure did. They denied the evidence right there in front of their own eyes and went along with the group behavior. So Dr. Asch, concluded that students mostly conformed for 2 basic reasons. They either wanted to fit in with the group, or they trusted the opinion of the group more than their own. So changing your behavior to fit in is called normative influence, and trusting a majority opinion over your own is called informational influence. No matter where you look, for the rest of your life, you're going to start seeing this behavior. Social media has made it even more powerful, just increasing the size of a group that can influence a person. And then they're only going to expose you to the news and the opinions that they want you to see, exactly what they want you to see. So your behavior is conforming in ways that we're not even fully aware of. So people are going to tell you these experiments are about obedience to authority. I mean, Dr. Milgram wrote a book called Obedience to Authority. So authority essentially has 5 components. When we're talking about obedience to authority, according to me in my training, there are 5 components to authority that I teach. Those are confidence, discipline, leadership, gratitude, and enjoyment, or a sense of enjoyment. So these are very precise, and we're going to dig into these in a video next week. So if you're subscribed, you'll get a notification when that one comes out. But there is something missing. It's not just authority.
Okay. Continue listening, and it'll make sense.
This video is about what the hell these experiments missed. So let me show you right now. So I want you to imagine you're a volunteer in the Milgram experiment that we just talked about. You see the ad in the paper. You drive to a building that you've never been to before. You walk up stairs you never walked down, into a hallway you've never been to meet people that you've never met before. You see a machine on the desk you've never seen before that's supposed to shock a human being, which you've never done before. There's a brand new room you've never been in. There's new smells. There's new sounds. There's a new test. There's a brand new experience. New words that are unusual from the experimenter. This is what they missed. And it's called novelty.
And here comes the important part. The part that's played out in both these cases.
And I want to show you how powerful this is. And my goal here is to persuade you to completely change whatever you thought was going on with these experiments. So when something unexpected happens or something new is occurring, our brains ramp up our level of focus, which makes us more suggestible. Focus kept our ancestors alive. Therefore, they passed down this instantaneous focus switch to us to do the same. And when something is unexpected or new, we become focused on it instantaneously. This is not one of the things that we can just turn off. It's built into our brainstem. So from award-winning speeches to TV shows we can't stop watching, the injection of novelty is the fastest entry point into the human mind.
So if you're lost at this point, I want to give you the definition of novelty. The quality of being new and unusual. It is one of the major determining factors directing attention. So think about every month, not only in Summer's case, but Sebastian's case, a new player pops up on the scene. And I want you to think about that when you listen to this next part.
And I'd like you just to imagine the Milgram experiment again, without any of the novelty. The guy in the lab coat is the volunteer's roommate, and the experiment is taking place in a familiar place, like maybe the volunteer's apartment. So it's in his own house. The person in the lab coat's roommate. Boom. Authority goes to zero. Even if you replace the person in the lab coat with the professor, authority goes to zero. The novelty is not high enough to produce a tremendous amount of focus. So, in order to leverage any authority, focus has to be present first. And the fastest pathway to focus is novelty. Something new is happening. So, no matter how confident you are, no matter how much authority you have, if focus isn't there, you're getting nothing in return. We've inherited a lot from our ancestors. It's all built in there to help us survive, but sometimes these inherited traits make loopholes in us that can be hacked by somebody with training, skill, and in other situations, it can be leveraged to help a person, to maybe stop somebody from a negative behavior or change somebody's life entirely. The ethics live in you, not the technique. This
Okay. What if both cases of military people who were trained a certain way, using some of the same things we just spoke about, kind of like psychological warfare? Could somebody from the military be running what we're seeing on YouTube in both these cases? So the next clip is from Harvard Business Review. Why the military produces great leaders. I want you to listen to it very carefully.
First, in all services, military leadership qualities are formed in a progressive and sequential series of carefully planned training, educational, and experiential events, far more time-consuming and expensive than similar training in industry or government. Secondly, military leaders tend to hold high levels of responsibility and authority at low levels of our organizations. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, military leadership is based on a concept of duty, service, and self-sacrifice. We take an oath to that effect. We view our obligations to followers as a moral responsibility, defining leadership as placing follower needs before those of the leader, and we teach this value priority to junior leaders. Our leadership extends to caring for the families of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, or Marines, especially when service members are deployed. When serving in crisis conditions where leadership influences the physical well-being or survival of both the leader and the led. In extremist contexts, transactional sources of motivation, e.g. pay, rewards, or threat of punishment, become insufficient. Why should a person be motivated by rewards when he might not live to enjoy them? Why would a person fear administrative punishment when compliance might lead to injury or death? Soldiers in such circumstances must be led in ways that inspire rather than require trust and confidence. When followers have trust and confidence in a charismatic leader, they are transformed into willing rather than merely compliant agents. In the lingo of leadership theorists, such influence is termed transformational leadership, and it is the dominant style of military leaders. We view our obligations to followers as a moral responsibility, defining leadership as placing follower needs before those of the leader. And we teach this value priority to junior leaders. Our leadership extends to caring for the families of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, or Marines, especially when service members are deployed. When serving in crisis conditions where leadership influences the physical well-being or survival of both the leader and the led. In extremist contexts, transactional sources of motivation, e.g. pay, rewards, or threat of punishment, become insufficient. Why should a person be motivated by rewards when he might not live to enjoy them? Why would a person fear administrative punishment when compliance might lead to injury or death? Soldiers in such circumstances must be led in ways that inspire, rather than require trust and confidence. When followers have trust and confidence in a charismatic leader, they are transformed into willing, rather than merely compliant, agents. In the lingo of leadership theorists, such influence is termed transformational leadership, and it is the dominant style of military leaders.
Just something to think about. But all the new people who have been inserted over time in both these cases have been trained psychologically to do just what they've been doing, to change the minds of the masses. Let me know what you guys think.